Why, hello everyone. So it's almost bedtime, but Mr. Jacob informed me right as we were getting ready to go upstairs to go to sleep that he had some bug bites. And it's because he started doing patrol in the morning, safety patrol. So unfortunately that is kind of around the time, dusk and dawn are the times that the mosquitoes are out. And we're not really mosquito fans, right, Jacob?
Nope.
Because we get really swollen, red, and itchy. And so, of course, I had to pop out the tea tree oil to solve his problem. But then I decided, you know what, we need to make a spray so that tomorrow morning when someone wakes up, we can just spray it on real fast and go. And of course, it's DEET-free and all the other nasty toxin-free stuff. So we grabbed out our little recipe book, so to speak, and here we go. You ready?
Yep.
All right, so the first thing we have is a spray bottle from the dollar store. This is sort of a staple in our house. We keep these on hand in case we ever need to make something. And this happens to be an 8-ounce spray bottle, so this will be perfect. And it was $1, as I mentioned, at the dollar store. Second thing we got is 4 ounces of witch hazel, which is very inexpensive, and on the toxicity scale on our favorite new app, Think Dirty, it is a clean. So in other words, it doesn't have any toxic ingredients in it at all. And of course, the other thing is we have 4 ounces of water. Let's do the water next because that is definitely not toxic. So we have 4 ounces of water, and then we have 3 essential oils that we're gonna pop in here. First is purification. And then the second is peppermint. And the last is thieves, which is a big staple around here too. So you'll also notice that in the bottles, I'm gonna zoom in for you. If you'll notice that the bottles, we have different labels, and that's because we've used essential oils in this household for almost 10 years. And so that is the old label from Young Living. And then we have the new label. So you can tell that these things do last you a long time. Of course, I'm constantly restocking my medicine cabinet, so to speak, because I am always wanting to make sure that I have what I need when I need it. So anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So go ahead and pop your lid off of your spray bottle, Mr. Jacob.
Okay.
And then whichever one you would like to do first. Would you like to pour the water in witch hazel or do the drops?
Witch hazel.
Okay, let's do it. So you just pour all of your liquids in.
Don't be surprised if I kind of spill. But you might want to put a little, bad.
Ta-da! It's always nice to have a little funnel handy. That one's a cute little mini one. And so you're gonna put both of your liquids in, and then you're just gonna top it off with your essential oils. So we're gonna make sure that we give you our little recipe that we're going to use. Of course, there's other things that you can use. You can use lemongrass, you can use tea tree, you can add those in to what we're doing. But there's a little bit of that in every one of these blends with purifications specifically. So I just kind of figure like it's almost overkill if we add extras, and then it just adds into the cost. So the oils themselves, they're obviously a little bit more as a bottle to purchase, but it's only gonna take us 30 drops between all 3 bottles. So
how many? 3?
10 of
10?
each of your essential oils. It's only 10 each, so a total of 30. So Jacob's gonna go ahead and do 10 of each, and then we're going to be sure, no, you know how to drip it, silly. Just hold it and let it drip. So you already did 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, so go ahead and go with peppermint next.
Okay.
So whenever you're closing up essential oils, you always want to make sure that the lids are on nice and tight, just so that they don't evaporate essentially. You want to make sure that all your stuff stays in your bottle, all your goodness. And then we're gonna do 10 peppermint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And as you can tell, it's so easy to make one of these things. The video is actually a lot longer just because of the explanation than how long it actually takes to make these things. And the nice thing about them is even your 9-year-old can make them, right? Yeah,
yep.
For sure. Go ahead. So we have 10 more drops of thieves. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Stop. And you're done. So put your lid back on nice and tight. And go ahead and put your spray bottle lid on. And then just give it a good shake when you're done after you put the lid on nice and tight. And the thing about it is that we're now going to leave this by the front door. We may even make one later for the back, just to have one in the backyard and the front yard.
Yeah.
So go ahead and shake it up real good. So every time you use this concoction, you're going to want to make sure you shake it up. That's good. Shake it up just to make sure that the essential oils get everywhere, you know, in your bottle, ready to be sprayed. And then just make sure you adjust your nozzle whenever you're using a new bottle, of course, and to make sure it's spraying correctly. And now you've got yourself a really cool no bug spray, right? To stay off of you in the morning. And the other cool thing is if you happen to have a Cricut, you can actually label your bottles, which is kind of neat. We'll do that later and we can show those off once we're